This book is so polarizing. Making this video is impossible today. Hi everyone, and welcome to Books, the JKM Library's book recommendation show. I'm Jocelyn Codner, the Reference and Outreach Librarian. Just a heads up, you might have already noticed, but there's some background noise in my video today. There has been some background noise in some of the videos prior. There's some construction going on, and hopefully it won't be too disruptive. I also think they're listening to Metallica, which I fully approve of. Okay, today's announcement is actually more of a request. As you know, we have how-to videos on our YouTube channel for different library resources and tools, but we don't have videos for everything. So if you notice that there's a video missing on a particular tool or resource that you'd like to see a how-to or tutorial on, please let us know. You can just pop it in the comments, you can email us, talk to us in person. If you need it, we will make it for you. And that's all for the pleasantries. Let's get into the books. Today I'm highlighting science fiction, fantasy, and speculative fiction written by Black authors. I only have 3 books to talk about today, but I want to make it very clear that we have a ton of SFF titles written by Black authors in the JKM library. I couldn't include them all, but I desperately wanted to, and I'm hoping that one day I can build a full in-library book display with all of these books, just so that they can all get their time in the spotlight. Some really good ones. If you're wondering if we have a specific title in our collection that you can check out, you can always go to our website, library.chatham.edu, navigate to the big search box in the middle of the homepage, just like a big square. Click on the Library Catalog tab in that box, and then just search for the title or author that you're looking for. That will let you know if we have the book in the collection and if it's available for you to check out. You can also just place a hold for that book right in our catalog, so the book will be pulled for you and waiting for you at the library when you come to check it out. Okay, let's get to the books. First up, I have Mama Day by Gloria Naylor. Naylor is known for her magical realism and speculative fiction, and Mama Day fits right in with that niche. Mama Day is a traditional healer with exceptional powers. She can control lightning and receives messages in her dreams. She lives on an island off the coast of Georgia where old traditions honoring African ancestors are still the norm. Mama Day's powers are tested, however, when it becomes clear that her great niece Coco is being put in danger by the dark forces of the island. This novel is emotional, suspenseful, and hopeful, and the Goodreads page for it is full of people talking about how much it made them cry by the end. Don't let that turn you off from reading it though. It's a really wonderful book. It's also a reimagining of The Tempest by Shakespeare, which is pretty cool. I also feel that Gloria Naylor is criminally underrated, so if you want something extremely entertaining yet powerful, pick up anything written by Naylor. You guys hear that, right? You hear that? You can check out Mama Day and other Naylor titles from the JKM library today. I'm not even gonna have to put background music to this video because the neighbors are supplying it. We're just gonna keep going. My next book is the first in a series. It's Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James, and lucky for all of you, the next book comes out this month. This is a very polarizing book, so just keep that in mind as I go through it. It really might not be for you, and that's okay. This is an extremely dark fantasy adventure novel that follows a mercenary as he hunts for a missing child. Now this might sound a lot like the beloved Willow, but I assure you, it is not. Tracker is our main character, the mercenary, who's hired to find this missing boy. Normally used to working alone, Tracker finds himself as part of a ragtag crew hired for this particular job. Some members of this crew are more than they seem, and not all of them are exactly human. As Tracker embarks on this particular mission, he starts to have questions. Who is this boy? Why do so many people want to find him? Why do so many other people want him unfound? And who can Tracker actually trust? This is not easy reading. James's prose are dense and meandering. There are lots of characters to keep track of. It's honestly quite a lot of work, so just keep that in mind. That doesn't mean that it's not worth the work, however. And like I mentioned, the subject matter is mature. Some people actually classify this book as horror. There's also quite a bit of sexual violence and explicit sexual situations that run the gamut, so big trigger warning for that. Some people have also described it as a Game of Thrones read-alike, which may appeal to you. If all of that actually intrigued you and you're up for some intense, challenging fantasy prose, you can check out Black Leopard Red Wolf from the JCAM library today. I'm ending today on an absolute classic that got a lot of attention over the past few years, and that's The Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. This is the first in the Earthseed duology, and we have the second book, Parable of the Talents, in the library as well, so you could check out both and just dive right in. Parable of the Sower is considered more sci-fi than my earlier titles, but it definitely crosses genre in a few places. And this is also a pretty prophetic book in many ways, which is why it was such a hot topic a few years ago. When the climate crisis and economic disaster lead to complete social upheaval in the early 2020s, California becomes an extremely dangerous place to be. Dangerous both because of the natural disasters and the humans. We follow teen Lauren Olamina, who suffers from hyperempathy, which is as it sounds. She's extremely attuned to other people's emotions to her own detriment. Lauren decides to take a stand to protect the people that she loves, but it works almost too well. Soon a new religion is born, and maybe even a new civilization. But as we know, this comes with its own set of difficulties. This was one of those books that was discussed a lot at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, mostly because it had far too many similarities to our current reality for comfort. A lot of people lumped it in with The Stand by Stephen King and Severance by Ling Ma. But Parable of the Sower really takes the cake. It is absolutely a must-read. You can check it out from the JCAM library today. And that's all for this episode of Books. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check the description for important links. You can sign up for our monthly e-newsletter to get all kinds of updates and announcements about the library and the university archives right in your mailbox. You can find the JCAM Library on Instagram at JCAM Library and on Facebook at Chatham's Jenny King Mellon Library. Again, I'm Jocelyn, reminding you that if you have any question at all, you can always ask a librarian. Happy reading!